Originally, I was going to go to Amazon, eBay, Walmart, Craigslist, and buy up all the cheap, no-name brand webcams that I could find. Then review all of them one by one, set them all up, and see what we could find. I quickly realized how much that was going to cost, so I just spent a bit more time researching, reading reviews, seeing what I could find, and trying to find the best cheap webcam that I could. Now let's go ahead and take a look at that camera. Oh, actually, this is it. I'm Dad, and hopefully I don't waste your time. In my first video, I compared the Logitech C920, C922, and the C930. It was quite obvious that the C930 was far superior with its really nice field of view. The C920 was actually released in 2012, and currently it is $63 on Amazon. The C930, which was released only a year and a half later, mid-2013, currently is $72. For this camera, I wanted to make sure it was at least equal to the C930, so that meant that it had to be 1080p, at least 30 frames per second, had to be at least a 90-degree field of view, and like I said, it had to be cheap. So after a few hours on Amazon and one-day delivery, I had the new camera. It's pretty impressive. I will say that right up front. For the price, it's fantastic. For any new streamer, I highly recommend it. So what did I end up finding? What brand did I find? There is no brand. There is nothing on the box. On the camera itself, very, very small and faded, it says Unzano. Sure you're curious, what was the price? Well, with a $3 discount, it came to being $37. That's right, you are looking at a $37 webcam off of Amazon. By the way, if you have Amazon Prime, come on over, twitch.tv/the_aka dad, and use that free sub. Most of the Logitech cameras that I've used, I found that it's very easy to set up. It's very easy to get the software and the lighting to work perfectly with it. This one took quite some time for me to figure out. Now, if we go and we take a look at the C930, you can see there is quite a difference, but it's not in the settings. It's actually in the lighting. This new camera has more of a yellowish hint to it. So if I go to my usual lighting with my C930, you can really see the difference. All of a sudden, this one looks like it should. Now, in keeping this same lighting, if we jump back to the new camera, now you can see what I'm talking about. The lighting is everything. So with this new camera, if I set my lights to a white or a hint of blue in them, it's really big on getting your lighting just right for each of the cameras. I'm gonna go ahead and show you what my settings are inside OBS for the new camera. In the previous video, I talked about how the software that you use for your stream can really make a huge difference on the quality. When I turned off the settings in OBS, you can really see the difference. So I'm gonna turn color correction back on, and then I'm gonna add the sharpen. I have the sharpness set to 0.12. In the color correction, I have the gamma at 0.17, contrast 0.03, brightness -0.04, saturation at 0.45, hue shift at 2. If you try out this new camera and you're still having trouble with the colors and the lighting, right-click on the source in OBS and go to Properties and Configure Video. Then try moving the white balance down quite a bit. Besides trying to get the colors and the lighting just right with this camera, I did notice I had a really hard time with a green screen, which is what I use. Without the green screen, it's even better. If you don't use a green screen, I recommend this camera even more. To say that the autofocus is bad is quite an understatement because there is not any autofocus at all. That is correct. The focus on this camera is 100% manual. You reach up, you grab around the camera, and you turn until you have it just where you want it. Overall, I will say I highly recommend this camera. $37, absolutely worth the money. I haven't completely decided if I want to run it as my full-time camera. The 100-degree field of view is quite nice. And of course, I'll put a link in the description down below. If you'd like to see this camera live, come visit me on Twitch. I stream 5 days a week. You can see my schedule down below in the description. Once again, I'm Dad, and hopefully I didn't waste your time.